Okay, this is my second time making this video. This is part 2 of the dream that I had. If you haven't watched part 1, you should go and watch part 1 first so that part 2 makes sense to you. I most likely am going to have to put this into 3 parts because I didn't get through the whole dream the last time. But I have to make this again because TikTok's been messing with me, which is why I haven't been making videos as much recently. Anyways, I'm going to pause this so that hopefully if it's in bits and pieces, it's not going to throw away my draft again. Okay, so where we left off from part 1 was that it was the part of the dream where it says, then the ground will crack around you. And the way that I saw that was the foundation of how you learned relationships, whether it be family, whether it be friends, whether it be relationships, the way that you learned that and you saw other people interacting with yourself, like interacting with each other, that never did it for you. Like, for example, the way that you saw your parents interact with each other, or the way that friends had like really superficial relationships and that really just didn't do it for you, or the way that you had like family ties that were really toxic and you were just kind of told like, and this is just an example, you were told just let them do what they're gonna do, let them speak how and act how they're gonna act, they're old, like they're never gonna change their ways, so just let them do what they're gonna do. And that never did it for you. In fact, it probably pissed you off. But along that way you learned what you want relationships to be for yourself. And that's what I see as like the ground cracking around you, is the foundation of what you've learned is disappearing, and you're like making a new foundation for yourself that makes sense for you. And I remember at some point I was like, I don't know what the right path is, and these like bioluminescent footprints that were in blue showed me the path of how to walk. So I went through that, and I like pictured that as like the divine, like the divine knows your path. So if you tap into the divine and you just trust that it knows what's best for you, you're solid. So anyways, I'm going down that path, I'm trying to find like safety, and I call for my cats, and all my cats show up. I did notice in this that my brother was there, which for some reason that gave me the timing of February, because my brother's coming for his wedding in February. And so I took that as like a note that like whatever's to come, or like this energy shift is to come in February, or like the beginning of February is something that is like really, listen. So anyways, I like collect all my cats, I'm going to safety. My brother had grabbed my oldest cat, which my oldest cat is the one that helped me through the most, because I got him while I was going through like the beginning of my spiritual journey. Along with the fact that my brother, he's farther behind in his spiritual journey. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a note that I've made for myself, that I know that I am not going to have the same story and the same lessons that my brother is going to have. Like, even with us being twins, he has other things to learn that I have either already learned or don't necessarily need to learn. Like, I know he has to deal with like years of toxic masculinity that he has to work through, of what he like grew up with, and learning to express his emotions and not feel bad about that. That's besides the point. Anyways, so we go and we're trying to find safety, and there was an elevator on the left, and stairs on the right, and as we're going like to the elevator, my brother's like, that doesn't look right, that like, no, if everything is collapsing around us, an elevator is not right. And I was like, I agree with you, but he wanted to go towards the stairs, and I was like, the stairs are not right. I'm telling you, there is something wrong with the stairs. Not necessarily something wrong with the stairs, but something wrong with the stairs for me. And so we get to the stairs, and I'm getting ready to like go down these stairs, and I'm like, no, like this isn't even like a gut feeling at this point. This is like a soul feeling at this point. Do not go in those stairs. And so I changed my point. I'm guessing my brother went down those stairs, because I know that like he has his own healing to do, and he wasn't the one that followed me like when I was trying to find a different path. I don't know who was with me at that point, but it wasn't my brother, and I had all 3 of my cats at that point. So anyways, I'm trying to find a different path. I'm also going to pause this because I really don't want this to delete again. Hold on one second. Okay, so at this point, the scene has changed into kind of like a mall, and there's an escalator like down this hallway, or like down a like walkway or something like that. And the person that was with me stops and sees this like mannequin, and the mannequin didn't look right. Like it was almost like a futuristic mannequin where they were trying to make it look more realistic, and like underneath this face you could see the like robotic features of it, and its eyes kept moving like side to side as if it was analyzing something like really, really quickly. And I was like, get away from that thing is dangerous. And so like at that point, for the person I was with, it was too late. But anyways, so we're going towards this escalator, and whatever that thing was, it like called to all these other things. So as I'm going to this escalator, the escalator is going the wrong way. So like, you know how you've like walked up escalators and you get absolutely nowhere because you're going the wrong way? That was what was happening. But on top of that, all these like mannequin type things keep like trying to come down and trying to grab my attention. And so eventually I'm like, this is just wasting my time. I need to find another exit. And so I go and I see these arrows towards an exit, but I see one arrow that's going towards another exit. And I said to myself that the exit where it was telling me to go was the wrong exit. The one that like only had one arrow, that was the right exit. So I was going towards there, and as I'm going there, I should piece together, I felt like that message was, so like with the stairs, the escalator, and the elevator, they all have to deal with change. And with like going towards the exit, from like further into the dream, I see that as you trying to find your peace and trying to find the way that you want to live your life. And the way that you find your peace and your transition and your change into your life and energy shift and all that type of stuff is not going to look the same as everybody else. Like, it is going to seem different, and you just have to trust that that is the right path for you. You'll know it in your gut, you'll know it in your soul, it'll feel right. So, the other thing with the like mannequin type things, I saw that as like energy vampires, people that are like constantly taking your energy, narcissists, people with low vibration. They're just wasting your time. And like the higher up you get in vibration, the more people that are going to try and get in your energy and try to grab your attention, whatever else. As I get to this like room where there's two exits, there's the one that like goes back towards the escalators, and then there's another one that like I can see it across from me. The person that was with me got caught up with these like energy things. Even though like I cared for that person, I stayed completely still. And I saw that as not giving them your energy, not giving them the time of day, just not dealing with it. And I know specifically the last couple of days, there's been people from my past that I knew were like just stealing my energy, tried to come back into my life in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna have to go to a part 3. I hope that you're following along with this and that it resonates with you.